iDiski Times, now available in stores around the country.
iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting. iDiskiTimes.co.za. Amazulu have not scored a single goal in 3 matches, and they haven't conceded a single goal in 3 matches either. Last week, they played against Richards Bay on Saturday at 5:30. Boring game of football, pointless, inviting people to come to the Moses Mabhida Stadium without seeing any entertainment, excitement or any goals. On the other side, Kaizer Chiefs are in a bit of a mess. Not that they are in a bad run of form, they just lost in their last game. And fans acted out, a minority of fans, we must say, acted out, wanting the blood of the coach, Molefi Ntseki. Tso Vilakazi, our analyst, as we predict that. Remember, we're powered by World Sports Betting this weekend. You can go and put your money on so many fixtures in the English Premier League, Italian Serie A, the Spanish La Liga, and the South African Football League as well. As we're speaking, in fact, there's the Mosepe Foundation that's playing at the moment. It's a lousy game, nothing is happening, but you can go there, put your money if you want to predict nil-nils or under 2.5 and take your chance. So those two teams are not doing well at the moment. But I saw someone on Facebook saying that Amazulu have not scored a goal in 3 matches, which is pathetic. But don't be surprised that they will score 2 goals against Kaizer Chiefs. And remember that there was a time where we saw them scoring 4. Scoring 4 goals, and I thought that was a scandal. That was scandalous. Amazulu Chiefs 4-0 at the time, or 4-1, whatever the result was as well. What's your attitude coming to this game? What do you foresee? What are you smelling?
Mr. Kunjani?
Mr. Tso?
Ngibulisa wena mfethu, ngibulisa Justice.
Yes, sir.
Ngibulisa Junior, ngibulisa namakhaya. Ngicela support njalo iDiskiTV. Ngizobeka nje njalo ngijike futhi.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Mr. K, they happened last season and everyone was like, wow, Amazulu. With the team of Chiefs, it's unbelievable. But you know, football, it's something else, Mr. Q. You know what I've learned in this game is that there's a team for a certain team. They can play bad against any other team, but when they face this one, you know, they just rise to the occasion. They do well everything, they win the game. So Amazulu, they look like
Gufana ne Arrows ne Pirates.
Oh yeah, yes, Mr. Q. South will back Nagbo African Wanderers where they will play against the Chiefs and the Pirates. They will hit them hard. But if you give them events, they will struggle. And same applies to now about Eric Tindler. For me, Eric is a culprit of that. Because when he plays against the big teams, you know, you watch beautiful football. You love watching him. Yeah. But the following week, when he plays against these other teams,
next game is going to lose.
Yes. And now you ask yourself, but how possible is that if you can manage to face these guys and give them a hard time? But these ones that you're supposed to just walk in the park and then take 3 points and go home, it's difficult. But yeah, Mr. Nkewu, it's going to be a tough one. You know, a very, very tough one because I know ngale president ngale ukuthi hayi iyabuza imibuzo manje uzungu ukuthi awundoda 3 games okay siyabona abakora ke nawe ke wena okay wenzani ke wena because ngiyabona wakori wena ukora nini Akori nawe. So it's like you go there and say it's okay 1 point. No, that's not good enough. So I know he just had questions because he's someone that doesn't have Agasbambi. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, 3 games for him is too much. You know, 2 games, yes, if you play draw 2 games, it's okay. But the 3rd game, you need to win. So if you play 3 games, so the coach knows now. What questions are called. Coming to Amakosi for life. Ay, matota. Ay, Mr. Keo.
Bakhalimela abalandeli last week bakubhala ku goal.com, iDiskiTimes.com, wonke lama publication akhuluma ngenkulumo yakho ukuthi no, we must stop this thing of being bullies towards coaches and all of that. Now, coming into this game, they asked Molefi Ntseki those questions. Do you feel safe? Are you worried about your safety at all? and his question was that now he's very comfortable and relaxed about the situation as well. But I don't think that we can run away from the fact that coming into this game, he's coming with that baggage. Which now, what if he loses? What happens if he loses this game against Amazulu? What will be the fan reaction?
Mr. Gil, you know, he's a human being like anybody else. You know, obviously, one is he cannot come and say, no, guys, I'm not feeling comfortable after what happened last week. Remember that you've got people that you are leading, and when you need to give them that confidence. And when you go out there and show confidence, and then also players and the management, technical team, they also believe, to know we are in good hands, you know. So that's why he will say, no, I'm it easy. I just, you know, ask them to give me time, and then let's see going forward what's going to happen. Look, it's hard for him. I just put myself in his shoes that you've won a game last week, a cup game. You're going to the semi-final, and then next week you lose the game. Now they're on top of you. It's a hard one, but nevertheless, he's a soldier. He knows what is it that he needs to do, and I hope that they rectify those mistakes during the week and plan properly and go for the kill. Because sometimes what also kills our coaches is that you wanna hold on the punching yako of second half where you see what is in sometimes that first punch yako, that first 5 minutes can win the game. You know, so
how do you approach tomorrow? So how does Chiefs approach tomorrow, given that what we saw against TS Galaxy, all teams are pretty much equal. Of course, Sundowns is way above everyone else. And everyone's energy is at this point. What we saw with the TS Galaxy is that they kind of rose it a little bit up a notch, especially with their white players, Sibelebele and I think Umbata. And Chiefs struggled to keep up with that, the energy, Abambujana in the midfield. And then as soon as they scored ETS Galaxy, you could see that there's a rise in this. You could see the difference in their energies. They were not matched in the tempo, the aggression in this game. And that's why we were asking Wuti, when you Njengoba go 1-0 against a smaller team, at what point do you get pissed off and say, yo, we need to pick up our game, we can't be losing to these guys? Now, you carry that into this game. Now, how do you do this? Because big teams impose themselves. Man City is Man City, whoever they play against. Chelsea is Chelsea, whoever they play against, although they are now in a recession. Man United, all of these big teams. Sundowns are Sundowns, whoever they play against. Even when they played midweek against the Richards Bay, I said that they didn't come out of second gear. They were just walking at it was almost like walking pace, but they still won, and they still created better opportunities. With the Kaizer Chiefs, what's the point of being cautious here? Why don't you play on the front foot and show what you are the bigger side?
Mr. Kiro, that's one thing that they need to do. You know, one, use that name of being a big team. That name, it also works. Mr. Keo, I know that. Definitely, I know that when you're going to play against Chiefs, already the name itself. Too. And then when the players, they start the game, they just need to go all out, Mr. Keo. You know, when they go all out when the game starts, it also makes that the opponents would be scared, and then they'll be cautious, they're not going to be open, you know. But now, if you want to see them to say, how do they react when they've got the ball, and when you've got the ball, what they do, then you give them confidence. Because now they're like, no man, the Chiefs are here, so why are we scared? That's what happened in TS Galaxy. Yeah. Because they were like, they wanted to see TS Galaxy with Tienzan. And TS Galaxy, Babona and Abu, no man, the Chiefs are waiting for us. No, let's go. And when they went to Chiefs, they went with that higher gear. And it was so difficult for Chiefs to really Baba Vimbela because Umbata was doing all these things, you know. And another thing, Mr. Keo, I hope they learn, Mr. Keo. You don't start your attack using your fullbacks, because your fullbacks, when they go up, then they create a space behind them. Unless if you know how to close those spaces. I'm not going to teach the coaches how to coach. But I would prefer, if you want to do that, then you stretch the two center backs to cover those areas, and the defensive midfielder then must stay. Then you've got 3 that is sitting. Then it's okay. But if Chiefs, they play the way they're playing, because their midfielders, they are up there. The two center backs, they are in their positions. Those spaces were open. That's why TS Galaxy, they will get those passes in those areas. So I hope they learn that. And also, they mustn't wait for the opponents to act and then they react. No, they need to act and then wait for them. When they react, definitely show Mr. Nkeu. Once you score the team, they need to open up now. When they open up, now you've got another plan to say, when they open up, this is how I'm going to catch them again.
Do you know what's strange about what you've just said about the way that you attack? Is that when I watched Richards Bay and Amazulu, it's the same thing that I saw actually when I watched Cape Town City and Skukune. South African teams, these coaches are copycats. Like, they're not innovative. They just do what other coaches are doing. So Amazulu and Richards Bay, when they were playing, Wade Yoste was on the right, Orion Hanamo was on the left. And every time Ethan Brooks got the ball, who was a central midfielder, he was either looking to go left or right. Left throughout the game, 90 minutes, 2 hours, Joe. Like, there's no point where go through the middle or try something else. No, they were just doing that, and you could see that that's their plan. And about 60 minutes, this is the problem with that point of attack. About 60 minutes, because these guys are going up, down, around 60th minute, they are tired. By the time that they get the ball in the final third, they don't have the energy to give in a quality ball. And this is the same thing that happens to other teams. Cape Town City, the same thing as well. But Bona, they were using wide forwards. But still, Nabo, it's the same. It was a trap. You just go to the side, then you cross it. There are other ways of playing football. But anyways, we may see something like that unfold tomorrow, because these teams are not quality. Their coaching is not that intelligent. They don't think about the game as much. They just watch other coaches and what they do, and then they pretend. Some of these coaches are pretenders. They don't deserve to even be on television. They don't even deserve to be in front of those teams. All you need to do is just have a certificate and have maybe some sort of CV, and then all of a sudden you're coaching a big team. But when we watch you, when you watch your play unfold, we can see through you. Like, you have nothing. Even Roman Falls had nothing to offer. Roman Falls had nothing. Like, there was nothing here that said, okay, here, I'm a very smart person who can break down how the opposition is attacking me, and I can counter it through tactics and change of personnel or whatever. But anyway, so tomorrow, what's your score prediction? What's your expectation?
Mr. Nkeu, tomorrow it's a must-win for Makosi. They have to win. There's no doubt about that. Looking at, yes, Amazulu do have good players also. But I believe that when it comes to players, Chiefs have got, I would say, decent players compared to Amazulu. So I expect Chiefs to win tomorrow, no doubt. No, there's no excuse unless the planning is not proper. Remember, Mr. Nkeu, that you plan, and when you plan, there's a lot of things that you need to involve. The injuries of your players, the red card. A player all of a sudden in the warm-up, put only hamstring, now you can't start the game. All those things, there must be a package when you plan. You plan again, watching the opponents. The first 5-10 minutes, the game also tells you. You know, it tells you, okay, these guys, this is how they attack, then this is how you do. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with Nkeu when we learn from other coaches, but it depends what is that to learn. I remember that coach, when they played against Chiefs, I think yes, he said, it took me 5 minutes to see what the Chiefs did, and I responded quickly. And it was almost a disaster for the Chiefs, because if a coach can see you in 5 minutes and then take over the game, so what makes other coaches here in our league to also see that in 5 minutes? So let me give them 2-1. Amazulu, they will score. Chiefs, they will win 2-1.
All right. World Sports Betting, wsp.co.za. World Sports Betting. Put your money there. 10 Rand, 5 Rand, 50 Rand, 100 Rand, 1,000 Rand, if you're that confident of the result as well. We're just here to help you along, get a better picture of these teams, because we watch them, and these guys are experts because they used to play and they know what they're talking about. So sometimes they get them right, the predictions, sometimes they get them wrong, but at least we'll give you a better picture of how the teams are coming into the game as well. iDiskiTV, Disc Times, World Sports Betting. Thank you for watching us.